Hi there, good evening. This is Mark, and we're doing fire, water, air, and earth. I've already done this once already on the Instagram site. So if you want to check out another alternative, go to my Instagram site and check out what I did there. Had a little bit of technical difficulties, so I'm doing this twice. Um, so let's talk about the winter solstice. Tomorrow is the winter solstice. That means that the light of the sun is at its lowest point in our sky in the northern hemisphere and here in Connecticut. So, starting Wednesday, the days will start getting longer, the days will start getting brighter, and things will be looking up, literally. Um, so, let's talk a little bit about that descent to the lowest point in the sky. In times of old, people used to spend a lot of time inside, staying warm, trying to stay warm and doing things around the house, doing things that kept them busy, connecting with each other, making plans for the upcoming year. Um, so it's a good time to be doing that now. Um, I've got a good quote from two authors named Ariel Gutman and Kenneth Johnson. And the quote is: "The descent into the underworld represents the acquisition of the serpent wisdom, which we have essentially defined as feminine wisdom." And that's from a book called Mythic Astrology, Internalizing the Planetary Powers. So, descending into the underworld and descending into the lowest point of our brains, in the back of our brains, is the reptile, the serpent consciousness, the kind of fight or flight response. Let's reconnect to that during these times of constant alarm and constant danger, so to speak, on television. Maybe it's not always time to be in fight or flight. Maybe it's a time to relax. So let's take a look at the cards. For you fire signs, you've got the devil reversed. Let's take a look at them upright. The devil upright is about commitment and dedication and responsibility, but it's one of choice. If you see the two human figures, they have chains around their necks, but they could easily take those chains off. So for you fire signs, what commitment or what dedication is maybe coming to an end, or maybe you need to double down a little bit on it in order to keep it fresh and new. Past 2 years have been very difficult societally and personally for everyone. So maybe it's time to either double down on the commitment to either yourself or to a partner or to a project, and see it through to the end, or it's time to acknowledge that it's time for it to go and move on to greener pastures. For you water signs, you've got the Three of Swords. Three of Swords means speaking your mind, bearing the breast, and speaking regardless of the outcomes, regardless of consequences. You may have been holding or harboring something inside of yourself for a long time. It might be time to say it, and you don't really worry about what goes, how it goes, but you just say it and know that you're going to have to work through it. You may not have the right words, you may not have the right way to say it, but it's time to deal with it and speak it, because holding it in is going to be detrimental to you. So speak your mind, say what you need to say, and deal with the outcome. It might be bad, might be good, but it's something to deal with, and you got to do it. For you air signs, you have the King of Cups. King of Cups is dealing with a lot of emotion. He's sitting there in the middle of the ocean, water lapping at his feet. He thinks he knows that feels solid, but you might be maybe a little bit too proud. You might need to be asking for help, um, particularly around some type of emotional issue or creative issue. Um, you see the ship in the background there. It's close enough where the king can signal for help. So look to the places, look to the people, look to the things that can provide you help and guidance, and some maybe just a sounding board, and go for it, reach for it. Um, Doing things on your own and working through it alone may not be the best course of action. And for you, earth signs, we've got the Wheel of Fortune reversed. You might be needing to make a decision sometime soon, or you're in the middle of a decision, and you may not be feeling comfortable about it. Normally, the Wheel of Fortune is about choices and transitions and good luck, but when it's reversed, it might be a bit of a warning to slow it down. You might want to wait until the wheel turns or a little bit time passes so that you feel a little bit more comfortable about it, about the decision. You feel like you got your feet underneath you. You feel more solid and fixed in your decision. So delaying a decision isn't always the worst thing to do, particularly right now. So for you earth signs, take the time that you need, make a good decision, feel confident about it, and move forward from there. So that's it for now. Thanks for joining. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your attention. So we'll see you next week.